Hello and welcome back again, Power App enthusiasts, to the Power App tutorial channel. First off, thank you all for the wonderful support, the likes, the comments, and the messages behind the scenes, and a special shout out to Tyron Brown, everyone who supported the channel with super chats. A quick reminder, you can follow me on X and Facebook too. I'll be posting new content in 2026, especially when the new Power App challenge drops. Didn't want to disappear without posting one last video to wish you all a happy holiday season and an early happy new year. You know, time really flies when you're having fun. Which brings me to today's video. So I get this question a lot, especially when it comes to the emails about my lookup column is blank in Power Apps. Yep. So if I pull up my email, you can substitute it for anything. It could be, vehicle info is blank. Now I have posted a reply in comments. I pinned it. So if you go to video 2, there is a pinned comment in there that actually takes you to step by step how to fix this issue of a lookup column being blank. But today's video is going to be focusing on, troubleshooting these steps. We're going to do it together. All right. So if you guys are ready, let's jump right into it. All right, so we're in our model-driven app, and I actually have a good example of what we're talking about. So when you say a lookup column is blank, I actually created a table and I added, you know, the same sequence of what you would see if you had like a lookup column that is blank. As you can see here, we still have vehicle infos, which has data in it. But if you come to this table right here, vehicle info doesn't have any data. If I go to this one here, vehicle info has data. Okay. So this is what most people are finding out that, oh, what happened? Why is it that one of my views has missing data while the other view doesn't have data? Now, this is a very, very common thing, and it's mostly caused by a few things. We're going to look it up. But if I have this issue, the first thing I'm gonna look up is I'm first gonna go to my tables in my solution and I'll open this wide a little bit. And if you notice, you have your publisher name, right? So all these are publishers for this particular solution, PATC. They look fine. So I don't think there's an issue inside our solution itself. The first step, and I put this in the pinned comments, is for you to go back. So just hit back. When you hit back, you need to go to the tables. When you get to tables, it will first take you recommended. Now, recommended means it takes on all Power App tables plus all the tables you've created in your environment. Switch over to the custom tables. You switch over so you can, filter it down a little. And once you filter it down, what I'm gonna do is because I have still have a lot of more tables that I've created. I'm gonna filter it a little bit more. I know what I need to filter by. I need to filter by info to reduce the number of, and as you can see, I have multiple tables with the same name. I have a parking inspection info and another one that says parking inspection info. But if you look at the publisher's name, it's different. So this one has CR124 and this one has PATC. If you remember, the one in our solution is the PATC, not the CR124. So my first solution for anybody who is finding out, they have missing data is to go here and delete the ones that are not pertaining to your solution, right? So this one doesn't have anything to do with my solution, means I'm not using it in my environment. I don't need to keep it. It looks like it's causing issues because what's going on here is that you're actually pulling in an old publisher and thinking you're pulling in the correct publisher, right, for your environment. You have access to all your tables inside your model-driven app. So what you're doing is that you're pulling the wrong table. So I usually suggest you come back here, go to your tables, look up, which ones are the duplicate tables that you have, and delete them. Now, chances are if you do hit delete, you're gonna have dependency issues. Show you what I mean. So it's probably going to be attached to things. All you have to do is just view the dependencies, and make sure you trace them, decouple those dependencies. I actually we have one for the parking inspection. I have another one for the parking request info, and I have another one for the vehicle info. So I have three duplicate tables that are one for one with the old publisher. So I need to delete all three. That means I need to go in and decouple them and delete all three. I say delete them because it makes it cleaner, right? So next time when you come in here and when you go back to your solution, right, and you're trying to import data next time. So what happens is that when you're importing data, usually you're importing based on the columns that you're picking, right? So that's just what's going on. It's just you importing data into the wrong column. If you go here, go into packet inspection info and click on columns, you can actually see all the columns that you added to. If they have PATC, then you're fine. You know what? Let's go in. I'm going to go back one step and then go back in again to solution. And this time I'm going to pull in an existing table. Okay, so I'm going to grab in, where's our parking? I want to show you what I mean by the couple. So this is the one we want to pick, parking inspection info. Let me grab that in here, pull it into our solution. Now I can do this from the table view, but I want to do this from the solution so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's go to our tables. The new one that just came in is the CR124. As you can see, it's totally different from the rest of them. This is the one that you are seeing here in a model-driven app. I actually just added it in here so you can see what I'm talking about. So when I open it up and you compare side by side the column names, you can see it's carrying inspection data from CR124. So all of them have the same publisher names, right? And this is why when you come over here, vehicle info doesn't have any data because for here, the vehicle info is a CR124. This doesn't have any data. The only one that has data is the parking inspection column, vehicle info, right? So if I come here to parking inspection and it loads up, if I pull out vehicle info, it's hiding in there. Let's slide it to the right a little. As you can see, vehicle info has data in here. But if I go to parking inspection, this new one, the one that has the CR, vehicle info has no data. And that's basically what you're saying. So it's just a mismatch of, the columns you're adding. And it's mostly due to the fact that usually people have like duplicate tables, right? And you just need to filter it out, find the duplicate tables and delete them. All right, that was a long one. If you have more questions on that, please feel free to reach out in the comments. The other thing I would say is this, okay? So there's another issue. If I pull up here, if I pull up the comments again. All right, so if I pull up the comments again, there is another issue, okay? So if you believe you don't have any duplicate tables, the issue is probably missing data during imports, and the most common reason for this is the column names. Important, make sure the column names for the tables in your environment matches the column names used in an Excel spreadsheet. What I'm talking about here is this. So If you pull up side by side, hold on 1 second. All right, I'm back. So this is what I mean by, so if you pull up side by side the Excel spreadsheet and your solution, okay, if you pull them side by side, and I'm gonna go into our vehicle info table and go directly to the columns. What I mean by it has to be exact is, let's say I switch over to the vehicle tab and move over to our display name, zoom in a little so you can see it clearer. All right, so display name here is vehicle name, right? Make sure that this vehicle name is the exact spelling, right? So see how it's spelled, it's exactly spelled the same. I would just say just copy this and paste it. The spelling must be exact. So don't try and type it in, and then when you're typing in, you put like a small letter M here for make instead of capital letter M, you know, or you're putting vehicle image. Make sure that I would say just copy this, just copy from Excel spreadsheet and paste when you're creating a new column. Okay. The reason for that is I have seen multiple times where I'm trying to import data in, and for some reason, Power Apps, just because the spelling was wrong, misinterprets what I'm importing and doesn't import the data. So to avoid that, make sure that the spelling is correct. So I'm in the packing request here. So if I switch over to packing request info table, go into columns, went into keys, go into columns. If you scroll down, packing request name is the exact one for one. All right. So just do it like this before you import the data and you won't have any issues. So those are the two things I want you to take from this video. So make sure first that, when you go into your tables, you go back into tables, make sure you delete the duplicate tables. And then when you come in here, and you're trying to import data or you're creating your columns, make sure that your columns, the spellings are exact, one for one. Capital letter, small letter, everything must be exact for the column names, right? And with that, if you if you follow those steps, this will fix all those problems. This will resolve all those problems of any missing data. And feel free to, like I said, reach out to me via email. Like I said, I keep falling back and I'll keep checking my email and I'll reply to all the emails. I've replied to all the emails that everybody sent me in a timely manner because, as you know, I also have a job. But like I said, I just wanted to share this video. I wanted to, give a special shout out to everybody for the support, the love, and wish you guys a happy new year in advance. And thank you very much. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.